Welcome back. So in our first video, we covered concepts like versions, declaring variables and data type. And if you haven't seen our video, then go check it out here. Now, let's get back into learning more concepts with our expert.
In this video, we'll look at some of the arithmetic operations provided by Python. Python provides a lot of operators. One such type of operator is arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators are basically useful to perform arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, etc. It's quite self-explanatory from this example. Let's see a small variation with this. Let's say we have two values, 6 and 7, stored in variable a and b respectively. Just observe the output of division operation. It's a float value. But in the second case, here you are getting the integer part of the division. This is called as float division. To obtain a remainder of a division, we can use a modulus operator. Similarly, to obtain exponential, we can use double star, which is our exponential operator. You can find more about these operators and operator precedence on Python documentation. Now, what if we have a combination of expressions? Python always follows the operator precedence rule to perform mixed operations. In this case, it will perform the operation provided in the brackets. Later, it will perform the division, then the addition, and lastly the subtraction. Having learnt about the arithmetic operators in Python, let's look at some string operations. Whenever we are assigning a character or a string, we use single or double quotes. As you can see in this example, we are assigning a value z to the variable c, which is enclosed in single quotes. Same way, strings can also be represented using double quotes. Strings store the characters in indexed fashion. The first index starts with index 0, second at 1, and so on. Now, how we will understand the number of elements or number of characters in a string? It's simple. You can use the length function. Now, let us try to access each element of a string using indexing. The first character can be accessed using index 0. This is called as forward indexing. Same way, we can have reverse indexing in string. In reverse indexing, the last character starts with -1. Let's try to print the last element in the string. Here is the output. Now let us try to change the element at index 2 by assigning it to another value. When you execute this, you get a type error. It says that string object does not support item assignment. This is so because strings are immutable. You cannot change an element of a string. We may not be able to change a part of a string, but we can update the entire string. Using plus operator, we can perform string concatenation. Let's say we have two string objects in variable first name and last name. We can join them together using the concatenation operator, as seen in this example. Here, the object age is holding an integer value 30. To perform concatenation, you need to typecast your integer object into a string, as shown in the example. Using slicing in strings, we can separate out a specific part of a string or a substring. Let us have a string saying Python programming is fun and store it in a variable statement. Let's say we want to extract the first 6 elements of a string. We can slice it using a colon operator by specifying the start point, the end point plus 1. Let's see the output. Let us see another example on slicing. Here we have an object stored in variable batch. Let's try to extract first 8 elements. We can simply specify colon 8. In this print statement, we are printing all the elements after index 8. Let us now look into an operator called as membership operator. Membership operator is given by keyword in and not in. It checks whether a particular substring is present in the string object or not. Here we can check, is John keyword present in the string? It returns true. In the second example, we are checking whether the keyword David is not present in the string. It returns true again. We can perform repetition in strings using star operator. It will repeat the strings. In this case, we are multiplying the string by 4. It will create 4 repetitions of the string. String class provides a lot of string methods. You can find more about these methods on the Python documentation. Let's cover few string methods here. This method converts all the string elements or string characters into uppercase. Lower converts them to lowercase. Here we have a method called as rstrip. It will remove any space at the end of the string. If you specify any character as a parameter to rstrip, it will strip the existence of that character on the extreme right of the string. Similarly, lstrip will remove the space from the left side of the string. Strip function removes any white spaces or empty spaces from both the sides, start as well as end. We can use a combination of rstrip and lstrip together to remove certain characters from the start and end of the string, as you can see in this example. Count method is used to count the number of occurrences of a particular character in a string. Here we can see that character I is present 2 times, whereas in the second example, we are telling the count method to count I starting from index 5, and so we are getting the result as 1. Format method. A format method can be used to insert variables inside a string. Just mention curly brackets at the location where you want to insert a variable and pass the list of variables to the format method. It will take care of inserting it at proper locations. Here is the example. Same way, if you want to insert multiple elements at different places, you can specify them with their indexes. Here 0 stands for the first element, 1 for the second, and 2 for the third element. In this session, we have learned how to use Jupyter Notebook, declare a variable, assign different values to it, and work with operators and strings.
Thank you Vidhi ma'am for this very thorough session on Python programming. If you find this video helpful, tell us in the comments. And do subscribe to upGrad because we will come up with more such videos for you to keep upskilling.